Hi there! I hope you're having a great day. My name is Deserie Guisihan from ED31B, and today we're going to talk about figures of speech and simile. But before we talk about figures of speech, we need to understand first the difference between figurative and literal language. So when we say figurative language, it is when you use a word or phrase that does not have its normal everyday meaning. For example, it's raining cats and dogs. So it's very impossible to rain cats and dogs. So you have to interpret it. So it's raining cats and dogs simply means it's raining very hard. Another example is it's 1,000 degrees outside. So when you think about it, 1,000 degrees feels like we are on a burning planet, right? So it's 1,000 degrees outside simply means it's very hot outside. So literal language. Literal language means exactly what it says and nothing more. For example, it's raining hard. So that's it. It's really raining very hard outside. It is a warm day. And that's the meaning of it. It is a warm day. You see, when you read something that has literal meaning, the words mean what they really say. But very often, you read something that has figurative meaning, so you need to interpret it, okay? So what is a figures of speech? Figures of speech is a word or phrase using figurative language, language that has other meaning than its normal definition. Figures of speech make up a huge portion of English language, making it more creative, more expressive, and just more interesting. Okay, what is the importance of figures of speech? In general, the purpose of figures of speech is to lend texture and color to your writing. So writers use figurative speech very often because it allows them to express themselves well and use small distinctions in meaning or nuance. For instance, metaphors allow you to add key details that make writing more lively and relatable. So as with all things worth knowing, different types of figures of speech have their own names. So we are now turning our attention to the first figures of speech, which is simile. Simile is a literary term where you use like or as to compare two different things and show a common quality between them. Simile is different from a simple comparison that is usually compares two unrelated things. So with simile, you express that one idea or concept shares similarities with another. For example, consider this description of a thin man. He is as thin as rail. Consider a description of a graceful woman. She moved like a deer. Another example, he is as tall as a mountain. Doesn't mean he was actually 1,000 feet tall. It just means he was really tall. This example uses a simile for comparison. The internet is like a window to the world. You can learn about everything online. So the importance of using simile is to make language more creative, descriptive, and entertaining. It is used to make stronger and more effective descriptions than if only adjectives or literal descriptions were used. They can stir up associated emotions, create new connections in the mind, and emphasize certain characteristics. It is almost essential to creative expressions from everyday speech to poetry. So that ends my report. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you learned something. Keep safe always and God bless.